Hey, this is Ash from Revolution Me, and welcome to my kitchen. This is a slightly different video. I'm doing a vlog of what I eat in a day because being vegan, one of the biggest questions that I get is, well, what do vegans eat? And so this video is just to demonstrate what I do eat as a busy mum caring for a 1-year-old and running my own business. So let's start off with breakfast, the most important meal of the day. And here you can see I've got a blender jug there, and this jug contains bananas, there's a big handful of dates and a couple of handfuls of spinach there. I've also put in a litre of water, and what I'm going to be doing is blending that up really fine into a really fine smoothie because my 1-year-old and I will be sharing this breakfast, and I need it to be fine enough so that there's no chunks in there that he can choke on. I also want it to be fine enough so that it can go through the little holes here in his sippy cup. You can see in my kitchen there's a bit of fruit. I've got some really ripe bananas here. This is what ripe bananas look like. They're nice and spotty. Got a bag of avocados, got some apples here, and then I've got the odd couple of kiwi fruits, and mango season has started in Australia, so I've got a couple of mangoes. We're going to try those out and see what they're like early in the season. All right, let's get blending. Okay, so we're all done, and this is the finished product right here. Nice green smoothie. I don't count calories, but if I had to estimate, I would say that this smoothie had about 800 to 900 calories. So 4 large bananas and a big handful of dates, and the spinach really, that's negligible in terms of calories. What I did forget to mention as well is water. This is my water bottle. I've had one of these this morning already. This contains 500 mils, and I'll be having a little bit more water before drinking this smoothie. Plus, this smoothie has got water in it. Hydration is really important, and I definitely find that my digestion's a lot better when I've got plenty of water in me. I'm also a breastfeeding mum, and really important that we keep our fluids up. So it's lunchtime, and we started with just a little snack, which was one of those mangoes from before. It was actually pretty good considering it was so early in the season. And my 1-year-old, he had a little bit of the mango as well. He just dropped his drink bottle. He had a bit of the mango too, but he was a little bit wary of it because it's actually been quite a long time since he's had mango. Not since last mango season, which was many months ago. So he's done pretty well. And we're also going to have some leftover Thai curry and rice. So I'm just going to show you what that is. So here is the main part of lunch. This is some leftover Thai curry from the weekend. This is, let's see, there's kale, spinach, mushroom, asparagus in here. And that's about 2 or 1.5 cups of cooked rice, and that's 1.5 cups of cooked rice, so 3 cups of cooked rice altogether, about 600 calories, which is not enough for a meal. I will probably be hungry after this, in which case I will make some more rice because I do have a bit of curry left over. So I ended up making some more rice because I'm still hungry. There it is, ready to go, nice and hot. So I'm just going to eat as much of that as I can. I've made 2 cups uncooked rice, which makes 6 cups of cooked rice, and I'll just eat as much as I'm able to. I don't really portion control or anything like that. I just eat when I'm hungry until I'm full. Alright, so it is 3 o'clock, and this is just a little mid-afternoon treat that I'm having. It's a hot chocolate. It's basically just cocoa powder, some sugar and hot water, and I've added a splash of coconut milk to it, and it's kind of cool. The coconut milk makes it look a little bit frothy. I don't use raw cacao for this. I actually do not eat raw cacao because it makes me feel sick. So this is cooked cacao, or it's otherwise known as processed cacao. And this is one of the things that, actually this is the only thing that I consume that I don't also share with my son. He pretty much eats everything that I eat otherwise. So little hot chocolate drink there. So just something that I was thinking about today, which is that a lot of the animal products that people choose to eat are really based on programming. It's all just programming. There are some parts of the world where eating dog meat is acceptable, and having dogs and keeping them cooped up, caged up, torturing them and exploiting them is considered normal. Now, in Australia anyway, in the Western world, we see that sort of treatment of dogs as abhorrent, and we wouldn't even think about eating dog meat, because we would say that there's nothing in dog meat that we can't obtain by not harming dogs. I mean, if the uproar over the Yulin Dog Festival is anything to go by, I think people by nature are compassionate towards animals, but the problem is that most people have been brought up into thinking that it's okay to eat certain animals but not others. Now, if you think that harming dogs and killing them and eating them is wrong, then you know what a vegan feels like. Because just replace the word dog with a cow or a goat or a sheep or a chicken or a fish, and we're basically saying the same thing. We're basically saying that we don't want to eat animals because we think it's wrong. We think there's nothing in animal products that can't be obtained through cruelty-free means. And incidentally, if you happen to look at the research, you'll see that a vegan diet is actually the healthiest diet on the planet. Alright, it is dinner time, and this is what I've got going on for dinner. It is, let's see, I threw some quinoa and some lentils into a pan, just red split lentils and white quinoa. And I've cooked that up with some eggplant, some mushroom, some broccoli, asparagus, and the broccoli and asparagus, I just cooked that through for a little bit. And then I turned the heat off and I put some kale and capsicum through it. So the kale and the capsicum aren't actually cooked, they're just sort of heated, I guess, with the residual heat from the quinoa. That is dinner, and my husband usually likes to have that as it is, whereas what I've got here just some tomatoes and spinach, which I'm going to dice up, and I'm going to put the quinoa on top of that. So it's like a partially raw, partially cooked meal. And that's what I've eaten today. It's Monday, September the 21st, 2015. And as you can see from this vlog, I eat a high carbohydrate, mostly whole foods, and obviously vegan diet. And the reason I eat this way is, well, the vegan part of it, it's just ethically, environmentally, sustainably the best diet to be eating. But in terms of the high carbohydrate, low fat component, this sort of diet's been shown to be incredibly effective at promoting health and reducing risk factors for all types of chronic disease. So improving obesity, diabetes, it can reverse coronary heart disease. People have cured themselves of cancer on this sort of diet, and there's heaps of evidence showing this. And if you're skeptical, I suggest you check out a book called The Starch Solution by Dr. John McDougall, because in this book he's got loads of references supporting his claims. So this sort of diet does have a very strong evidence base, and I really think that the way forward in terms of society as a whole, I think the way forward is to adopt a vegan diet, hopefully one that allows us to be as healthy as possible. So anyway, I would love to hear any questions or comments that you have about this vlog. It's a little bit different to one that I've normally done, so please give me your feedback, and I will see you in the next video.